Kraznik Underverse is home to 8888 3D animated apes living on the TEZOS blockchain. That is home to full-time degens working with the goal in mind to make money and live a digital nomad life. So I would like to welcome Team Kraznik.
Hi guys, you can hear me right?
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Let's start with this. So yeah, welcome guys. And if you're wondering, to the moon shirt because crypto is pumping. So yeah, we are all crypto nuts. So Kraznik DAO, as Purvi said, we are home to full-time teachers working in a goal to make money and live a digital nomad life. But let's get a step back and say like, what the hell NFT means, right? Uh, I know everyone majorly has heard NFTs, but in a fundamentals, right? In the physical world, everything has a scarcity to it, right? Everything is scarce, like it has a levels to it, right? But when we go into the digital world, right, everything is in abundance. So that's what NFTs solve. That's what the blockchain technology provides. Like it makes the digital asset in a more scarce form, right? And one of the example is like maybe 2 3 years ago, I would not have put like I don't own copyright of this, right? But because these are all NFTs, I am not the owner, so I cannot put this. So this is like a very true example. And so that's what a basic definition of an NFT means for a very like beginner. But NFTs are just more than that. How I see this NFTs, they are more for private clubs, especially the profile pics ones, right? Whether we talk about Cyberpunk, Schoolcat, Dejan Ape, Megaverse, every one of them that I'm sharing, right? They are more for private club communities, right? That have the same mindset and that are like working together, right? Just to give you a physical example of this, right? Let's say you want to be in a club of like, let's say Bugatti owners. These are all high end, like high net worth individual, right? And just to connect with them, just to network with them, you have to own a Bugatti, which costs like $2 to $3 million, right? So that's an entry point. So in the digital space, this is an entry point, right? So this is an entry point to the digital space. And right now, how the market is valuing this just in the financial terms. So it's a social element. It's a social trade. If you see the makeovers, like you cannot identify, okay, this one is more rare. Oh no, this one is more rare or this one is more rare, right? You cannot portray. I cannot portray myself in makeovers, but I can portray myself in a social element like Bode. I wear black all the time, so I will buy this one, right? I wear a hat. So right now, the NFT market value these more just on a financial terms, not this because these are like you cannot like there's a not distinction between those. So what Kraznik Underverse proposal is, we want to build an open community for our NFT holders, which help each other succeed and sharing like opportunities to make money. Bridge the gap. This is my personal favorite. I want to bridge the gap between physical and digital elements of NFTs. I want to meet people that I'm like chatting on Discord like 3 a.m. Like who are those? Like can we meet in physical world? Like will you sync on the physical world? Right. So this is my personal favorite. We feel like TEZOS is a great starting point with the community has grown and we have a social element into the our ecosystem. So as I said, this is just a sneak peek of our ecosystem of NFTs, and I'm from very start. Like how I wanted to build this is people can see themselves in their NFTs, right? So if you are more of a hoodie person, we have a hoodie for you. You are more of a let's say bubblegum, right? So this is what I want from the very start, and thanks to the team, we have accomplished that. And why this is the perfect time to launch Kraznik Underverse at this time? I have some hypothesis on my own. If you see, these are like two projects that are big in the TEZOS ecosystem. Nothing wrong with them. I personally own disclaimer, but you can't like I cannot see myself in a desert, right? Like nothing wrong with the desert team or like that, but you cannot see which one is more rare. Like when we compare to this one, and same with Cumulus, right? So we have a social element that we have embedded in our NFT ecosystem. The Tezos adoption the last 3 months has gone parabolic. The only other that I can think of is Solana, but and we have seen Solana NFTs are popping up, and the ecosystem is growing. So that's a very good point. And we all know with price movement in crypto, like adoption comes in. So that's also to our time advantage. And ETH is just like unusable right now. Like I feel like anyone making less than $500,000 cannot use ETH because if you want to use DeFi and NFTs, right? Each gas fees cost around $150, $100. If you do just a 10 a month, over a course of year, it costs like $30,000 to $40,000. It's not sustainable, right? So Tezos is why we choose that. And Solana, there's a lot of like rug pulls going on the NFT ecosystem. That's why we are a public team, we are open team, we are proud what we have built, and we are shared to like share our faces and have anything, right? So as I said, it's a community thing. It's a membership, right? So what are the certain membership perks of if you buy a Krasnik cake? community fund. We want to grow the community, right? So anything that we earn from like a sale, 70% will go to the community fund, which will be a treasury. And yeah, so we want to grow the treasury as big as we can, buy assets that usually an individual person cannot buy, like Fidenza, right? It's 200 ETH floor. We cannot buy that, but that's a historic piece of art. So yeah, physical meetups. As I said, this is my personal favorite. We want to have a yearly physical meetups that will be accompanied by an airdrop, which will be which will act as a souvenir. So the first physical meetup will be in Bali around February, and that will have an airdrop, a Bali themed airdrop, right? So it will act as a souvenir for them. Kraznik DAO, we will have governance and what decision to be made, like which asset to invest in, right? To be a part of Kraznik DAO, you need to hold a Kraznik Ape NFT. So that's the entry ticket to the Kraznik DAO. Work to one, we believe like everyone in the crypto space, like when there's a community, right? There's a lot of things to do. Like let's say just example, right? Let's say we want to write a certain blog ASAP, right? And the team is tied up, so we will put a bounty to the apes. Whoever built that, so it provides the work to earn, so that you are not just holding the NFT for the art piece, right? You have the opportunity to earn, make money out of that. This is like the second most favorite of mine. I want to start a private newsletter just for the ape holders, where we share like what are the next, like how the market is valuing, right? Which are the assets that are popping up. Like we want to be early in those assets. And users right, you own the ape. I think it's pretty common, everyone knows about it. So let's have a sneak peek. Like I've talked about Kraznik DAO, Kraznik Underverse, but what does they mean, right? So Kraznik Underverse is our NFT ecosystem. Kraznik DAO is the governing body, which handles the community fund and treasury and all of the decisions that we make. And Kraznik Labs, it's the legal entity when we invest in like private companies, when they have not launched the token, right? We need a legal entity for that. So these are three terminologies. Again, Kraznik Underverse, NFT, DAO, governing body, and Labs, the legal entity. What are the future plans? We are planning to launch like ASAP. We want to launch like the tentative goal line is second week of November before Thanksgiving, and we will set up the DAO and everything. Everything that we do will be transparent, from our ETH wallet address, TEZOS, finance. Every asset that we have will be transparent. We will share the like the public wallet address to the community, so that everyone can see what we have in our treasury. In December, we want to have a physical versions of our art, either 2D or 3D. We still have to make a decision on that. Make the research team much stronger, so that people can incentivize that. Early Jan, we will have we have already think of staking mechanism and like how we can fractionalize it. We just want more clarity on the regulator side, like is fractionalized NFTs security or not. So that we are holding it back. And late Jan we will launch our physical meetup. And the February the physical meetup will occur, which will be in Bali. And who's excited for that? So let's go through like our website is live. You can check it like kraznikunderverse.com. All thanks to Disha and Dhiraj had worked night and day for building this thing. You can see like you can subscribe to our newsletter. We will not spam you. Just once a week of project updates. You can see the art, who we are, as I said, like what are the membership perks, the future plans, and some FAQs. We will be secondary marketplace will be an object. We have already talked with those guys. Let's talk about the team later, and we also have our Twitter and Discord. You can check it out, and the team. So that's the very important thing, and I feel like we have a very great advantage over that. Any art that you see, any design you see, that's from Prabhakar. He has been working in 3D art for almost close to 3 years. So all thanks to him. He cannot join the call, unfortunately, but anything you have, think I will pass on to him. Disha and Dheeraj have been worked like day and night. I know, guys. Thanks for believing in me when I reached out to you guys. And yeah, we are here. So let's talk about me and Isaac. So we are like the crypto nerds. We have been in this space for close, like I'm closing on 3. And I don't know how many hackathons I have done, more than like 60. And this is how I grown a network, and this is how I build stuff. And I'm actively contributing to Doing Good, which is the NFT marketplace. So I'm in this NFT space like 24/7. Like this is all I have. And Isaac is like close to 2 years. He's working in B2B crypto infrastructure. So he handles, like, he knows what partnership, what strategy do we want to build in? How do we market that stuff, right? He makes all of those decisions. A sneak peek. This is a trade. This is a hacker trade. Let me know if you guys like it. Awesome. As we are launching, just to ask, there are a lot of people in the call. If anyone like launching is a very stressful thing, so if any question like help us, we have like 4 hours that we can have. If you could like, if you know any project in the TEZOS, you can like we can do a collab so that we can spread, we can market the whole thing, right? That will be appreciated. If you can engage with our content, Kraznik Underverse, Kraznik now you can search on Twitter. We are live, and if you could cross promote and join our Discord, pretty chill environment. There are people already that we are chatting like how the market is doing, like trading stuff and everything. We have separate channels for that. And I know it's a very like on a low priority, but if any like if you could have a smart contract or NFT and minting function, that would bring a piece of art to our mind. And you can reach out to like Kraznik DAO, which is our official Twitter handle, and this is me. Don't ask me why, but you can reach out to me at _moonboy. And we are doing a giveaway, so FYI. And scan this QR code, join our Discord, and a pop will be shared soon. Thanks for being this call. And yeah, any questions, anything, we are live. You can check out Kraznik DAO to our Twitter, KraznikUnderverse.com our website, and KraznikUnderverse.medium.com is our blog. And yeah, looking for the feedback. And cheers, guys.
Thanks for sharing that, Sanjit. Do we have any questions for Team Kraznik?
I have a question here, Catherine from TZ APAC. Cool project. I'm not sure if this was covered, but I'd like to know how are you allocating voting power to the DAO token holders?
1-to-1, one NFT, one vote.
Okay, cool. Does it depend on the price of the NFT or it prices? Okay.
Now, if you own one NFT, whether it's like a floor or if it's at the highest, you have one voting power.
Okay. So it's like a very inclusive kind of voting system.
Yes, everyone has asked if you want to make a proposal, like you find a great project, right? You find like, okay, this is the huge project that is coming up. It would be good if you could have on a treasury. You propose that and you will be incentivized for that. Just proposing. We have like proposal templates for like DeFi projects, NFT projects. You propose those things, and if we get the allocation, right? Whenever we sell those and like realize gains, right? Certain like you will be incentivized for that. Right now we think like 20% is a good amount for like doing it organically. Like community is making research things, so that's how we like making the project like much more engaging. So like everyone feels like it's a community thing, not just an individual.
Yeah, I think that's really cool because we were also thinking of how to support community leaders that want to do their own community DAO specifically for NFT art as in Asia. So would you happen to have would you kind of template this solution for other communities, or is it just for your community?
Everything will be open source. So we are building in public. As soon as we launch, everything will be open source, from like minting things so that people can see we are doing everything fair. So when we have like a proposal template, it will be on our GitHub. So have a look out on those.
Awesome. We'll keep an eye on your project. Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks, Catherine. Anyone
I think
else?
Rapai has something.
Hello, Kraznik. I have a question. The art is totally digitally generated, right?
Yeah, the certain trades, like we have 169 trades that were made, and then it's going to be like the generative art. We have the 888 generated art. It took us like 25,000. We have to pick one of those, which one is better, which one is not. So yeah.
Okay. And have you thought about there is one project on Ethereum that has like kind of a passive income token that is.
Right now, I feel like we are too early for that. And I just want to get some like regulation perspective, because when you buy that, you are getting with like a incentive, like you are like a kind of like promising like you will get those things, right? It's a financial incentive for you. So I just want to have some regularity expect from that. But right now it's like very low on priority. The only thing it will become high priority when Bored Ape does that, because they are doing with like all of the regulation in mind. So when they do that, I will see how the structure there is, and then maybe I can implement. But right now, it's like I don't want to have that passive income in my mind rather than work to earn. Not passive income, you have to work to earn that. So yeah,
Perfect. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you, Praful.
Is there still time for one more, Pori? Can I
Yeah,
squeeze?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm wondering if you guys have looked at some of the regulation regarding like the NFT, like having the claims on like the 70% of the treasury and the proceeds. Do you have you looked at it? Is there, you know, do you fear running against sort of regulations? Are you going to sort of block, you know, US holders, or, you know, what?
Yeah, so we like I had a talk with lawyers that were in like Wyoming and one in Switzerland. So that's why we are setting up Kraznik Labs. So Kraznik DAO is just a wallet address if you think of it like that. But every legal entity is Kraznik Labs, and it's how the lawyers said to me. Like there were a lot of like stuff that I didn't understand that, but how they said to me, it was like it was pretty clear. Like anyone can own. It's not a directly linked to that. So there, how the mechanism is, it's not. Like you are financially incentivized to that. That's why we need a separate entity, which is Kraznik Labs.
Okay, so yeah, so it's going to be like a loose sort of legal contract, you know, attaching the right. Okay.
Yes. That's why we need three separate systems. Underverse is the NFT ecosystem, which will have all of the NFT like airdrops and certain utilities to the NFTs. Then the DAO is a loose governing, you can say loose governing body, which does not sound good, but that's what it is. And the labs, that is like the all the legal entity when we like pay whoever is working on that and compensate that stuff. So that is a business expense if you think of it that way.
Yeah, thanks. I think you have some really innovative ideas that could set you apart from the rest of the NFT community.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Okay. Thank you so much, Team Kraznik. Now we'll move on to our next presentation.